Hello YouTube, today I'm going to be talking about the Blade 450X and the 450 3D. First thing we'll be talking about the 3D is I did upgrade the blades. They were stock wooden blades and I upgraded to carbon fiber. They seemed a lot better. When I was doing TikToks, it seemed a lot more crisp and precise. The only thing that problems with the 3D when I had that is there's a little bit more vibrations because I think the wood blades absorb some of the vibrations. The carbon fibers, they don't. Other thing is the 440 mortar. When I upgraded that, it got really hot, so I had to do something to change that. It would quit, and it did quit at one point. Fell to the ground, broke a few things when it got too hot. The 3D did feel a little bit more heavier than the X. The X seems a little lighter, a little bit more sensitive, but the 3D is more stable. You can let go of the sticks and it will fly. It will fly, hover, hands off. The 3D more than likely wouldn't, at least how mine was set up, it wouldn't. So that's kind of the thing on that. The other things I was going to tell you about is the main thing